everyone. All right. Welcome to another episode of F Your Feelings Friday. I'm your melanated queen and your hostess, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder. Welcome to everybody that's joining me and in the building, y'all. I got to send the notifications out for anybody that wants to hop on and check us out, y'all. So, as I do this, I'm going to play a little relaxation music. We're going to feed the ducks for a minute until we can get some people in here. All right, y'all. We are coming on out of here. All right. So, thank you everyone for coming into the building with me today. I just want to go ahead and start off by saying, let's go ahead and join hands and bow our heads and start giving our thanks. You know how we do. Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today in this thing called life. I want to just say thank you so much to my warriors, to my angelic warriors. Thank you so much to everybody that looks out for me, to my true friends, true family, true colleagues, everybody that means me well. I am giving thanks to that. I am giving thanks to this universe, to my spiritual warriors, spiritual angelic ancestors, everybody that looks out for me, my creators, for basically bringing into fruition the things that I've been asking for. Thanks to myself, you know what I'm saying, for being here and fighting this battle, y'all. To just be thankful and grateful for everything that's finally starting to come into fruition for me. I give thanks to all those that are making it happen. And I want to give thanks to everybody that have subscribed to my channel, that has liked or shared my videos. I want to give thanks to you all as well. Anybody that has commented on my videos, thanks to all that have supported and been a part of this panel. Thank you so much as I grow this channel. Okay, so today, as you know, we have F Your Feelings Friday. You all, we have a very intricate topic ahead of us. Okay, we might have some special guests joining into the building. So without any further ado, y'all, let me go ahead and turn the camera on. You know, I'm not looking the best today, but I look like something. Okay, I look like something. I need to do my hair, but look, it doesn't matter, y'all. We're gonna continue with the party, y'all. We're gonna keep this thing moving. So anyway, here I am, y'all. This is your girl. This is what I'm looking like today. Okay. So I don't want to hear anything. I am frizzy. I'm fuzzy. I was retwisting my hair. I couldn't decide if I wanted plaits or if I wanted twists. Okay. And I totally took this one out. But the main thing is I came here. I showed up. Okay. I'm going to show out, y'all. And I said, I'm going to start on time and I'm going to be a person of my word. And I had this scheduled. So I'm going to be here today and I'm going to share a few things with you all. So, with all that being said, I hope you all have had a great, excuse me for looking down at my phone, y'all. always doing two things at once. But I hope y'all have had a wonderful week. This week has been very interesting. Out here has been very rainy. It's been kind of cold. It's been chilly. And then we've had some warm days. I think it got up to 70 the other day, y'all. So with all of that is I think we're still in the autumn season, and I think that the winter solstice starts on December 21st, you all. So that's going to be very interesting. Y'all, we have so much going on today. I do want to start off by talking a little bit about the Takeoff situation. Really, I wanted to do a whole live separate from this one talking about it because it's been a lot of events transpiring over the last course of this week with that situation. So I'm going to speak on it a bit. I got a few things already lined up to talk about. I don't like to jump out there with the first thing that I hear. I like to kind of sit back and gather details, gather my information. But also, we have some very important things that's going to impact us as a whole that I think we also need to talk about. I don't know if anybody has heard of the term of universal basic income. That is something that is going to be taking hold here in America. And it's already transpired earlier this year where you could actually sign up for something called universal basic income. Okay, there are certain requirements that you need to have it. And I think they give you from $500 to $750 extra a month, you all. I want to tap into the AI situation. Y'all will be amazed at what's going on with what Elon Musk is doing. He already has those self-driving Teslas, okay? And so basically that is nothing but a robot and a computer driving you around. So just imagine what they're going to be doing in the future with all of that technology. All right, so without any further ado, y'all, you know how we do. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I think it's important that we get a few updates here with this Takeoff situation. Now, I don't know. I did have someone to say they wanted to come on the panel. And so she may come, she may not. But I did send out the notifications because some people are not getting my notifications, y'all. But that's all right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, y'all. Yeah, I got all this stuff laid out. I actually prepared for this last night. I wanted to go live last night, but y'all I just did not have the energy. And I said, before I come on here and with lackluster energy, let me gather myself. So I took a very, very long nap today. I actually could have slept longer, you all. I think I needed that. So anyway, for those of you who are not aware, a lot of this has already been put out there on YouTube. This is basically a search warrant that was put out for the Takeoff murder situation. Okay. And so I'm going to actually go over this in some detail, y'all. I wanted to do this yesterday, but that's okay. We're doing it today. All right. So let me say, can this get any larger? That's what I want to know. Can this get any larger? Let's see. If we take it to 100%. Here we go. Yeah, this is a lot better. So I think you should be able to see this. Okay. So as you can see here, but it's still cut off. See, I don't like that. All right. As you can see here, it says County of Harris, you all. Let me see if I can actually make this bigger than what it is. So yeah, I can see a little bit better. Let's see. Is this better? Oh no, that's just showing me. I want you to see the document. Just the document on the screen. That's what I wanted to show. Okay, there we go. So I am hoping that you all can hear me as I speak about this. Let me see if y'all can still hear me. Shout out to everybody. If you can still hear me, let me know. Because I'm going to have to do a sound check myself. All right, can y'all hear me? Speak about itself. Hello, hello. All right, can y'all? All right, so it sounds like I can still be heard. Speak about itself. Hello, hello. Okay, good. All right, so let's continue on here. Because there are people in my chat, but they're not saying anything. Probably watching me, whatever. As you can see, this right here is a search warrant. You can actually find this online. It's the County of Harris to the sheriff or any peace officer of Harris County, Texas, Greetings. It says, whereas I have been presented an affidavit in writing under oath by Detective Sergeant Ross Watson, a peace officer employed by Houston Police Department, which affidavit is attached hereto and expressly made a part hereof of all purposes. And whereas I believe this affidavit is properly establishes grounds for the issuance of this warrant. All right. So then, oh, this gives all the identifiable information, y'all. And I cannot believe they put this on ABC 13 News. I mean, this is telling his license plate number, his VIN number. Do you all understand that you can find people's addresses based off the license plate number and the VIN number? I used to do insurance work, and all you need to do is use this tool that the insurance company makes available to you. And there's other tools as well that you can use to find people's identifiable information based off the license plate number. So this is very interesting that they did not redact that information. But as you can see, he has a gray Ford F-150 with the Texas license plates, KSY0326. There's the VIN number right there. And then it says located at 1300 Dart Street. That's in Houston here. Y'all, I didn't even realize there was an address that they associated with the, because I'm about to dig into something real quick, y'all. I didn't even know that they had the freaking address listed there. 1300. I want to know what address that is. I'm just curious because this is how I do. I dig deeper into things, you all. 1300 Dart Street. And that's in Houston, Harris County, Texas. Okay. So anyway, this vehicle shall hereafter be referred to as suspected place. Okay. A photograph of the suspected place is provided below and incorporated into this document for all purposes. All right. It says, at the suspected place, you shall search for, and if some be found, seize and bring before me the property described in the affidavit to wit, and any and all evidence constituting the offense of murder to include any firearms and ballistic evidence, such as firearms unfired, fired cartridge, casings, bullet fragments, cellular phone devices, electronic storage devices, including SIM cards, which may connect a specific person to the offense of murder. Okay, they highlighted murder. All right. It is further ordered that any and all property seized by authority of this warrant or during the execution thereof shall be and remain under the care, custody, and control of any peace officer to whom this warrant is delivered. For, yes, officer for purposes of safekeeping and completion of investigating or proceedings related to the activities described in the affidavit. All right. So let's continue on. This was actually put in here, filed on December 6, 2022. So 3 days ago, you all. Just earlier this week, actually. That was just earlier this week. Okay. Number 2, it says this is basically the ownership of Patrick Clark. Everybody knows him as DJ Clark. They have him described as a black male with date of birth of 8/4/89. He's approximately 33 years old. He's fairly young. And you all, he's a Leo. Okay. So that's a fire sign in case you want to know about that. All right. It is the affiant's belief that the suspected party has possession of and is concealing at the suspected place the following property: any and all evidence constituting the offense of murder, to include the firearms, ballistic evidence, such as the same thing we read earlier. Okay. And this is why they have the belief is based on the facts herein. Your affiant, Detective Sergeant R.M. Watson, is a certified peace officer employed by the Houston Police Department Homicide Division. The affiant has been an officer with HPD for over 10 years. He's been a detective with the Homicide Division for over 4 years and has been a detective sergeant and a supervisor of detectives for approximately 2 years, all right, in the current assignment. He investigates kidnapping, serious violent assault, suspicious deaths, and homicides. It says on the morning of November 1st, 2022, he was assigned to continue the investigation into the death of a well-known public figure, rap music artist Kershnick Ball, aka Takeoff, who was shot and killed at approximately 2:34 a.m. outside of the 810 Billiards and Bowling located at 1201 Fannin on the third top floor of the Green Street Center. Harris County, Texas homicide. Sergeant M. Arrington and Detective A. Farrell, Farrell, were assigned to conduct the scene investigation, and the case was subsequently transferred to him and his partner, Detective Sergeant M. Bureau, for the following. Okay, see, I don't like how it breaks up. Okay, follow up investigation. We joined the other investigators on scene the morning of the incident and received a full briefing prior to taking over the investigation. We learned from the scene investigators that officers had been dispatched to the scene of a shooting shortly after 2:30 a.m. that morning and discovered the victim's body outside of the doors of the bowling alley, at which time he was tentatively identified by an identification card. So he was identified by, I thought somebody would have been there to identify him. An autopsy was later performed by Dr. P. Gumpenny of the Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences, who advised me that the victim was positively identified by fingerprints as Kersnick Ball, hereafter complainant. Dr. Gumpenny also advised me that the autopsy determined he had been shot twice, once in the back and once in the head, and 2 medium caliber bullets were recovered from his body. So once in the back and once in the head. Okay. They said that the one that went into his torso exited out of his arm. I saw that in a report. Okay, and 2 medium caliber bullets were recovered from his body. So they have the bullets. So what they need to do is match those bullets with one of these guns. Okay. Dr. Gumpani advised that the complainant had suffered 2 gunshot wounds, one in the left side of his back, and the bullet traveled right to the left and lodged in the complainant's left arm. Okay, so I was right about that. And one in the front side of his head. So they shot him in the one in the front left side of his head, and the bullet traveled left to right and front to back. Let me get this straight. One in the front left side of his head, and the bullet traveled left to right and front to back. I did not know bullets could ricochet like that in someone's head. That was kind of confusing for me to read. Dr. Company advised me that the manner of death was ruled to be a homicide caused by multiple gunshot wounds. So the one that went in his head was front left side of his head, and the bullet traveled left to right, front to back. So what they're saying is they shot him from the left front side, and it traveled from the front to the back, and it exited the right side of his head in the back. Okay, so that's what they're saying. Affiant learned from Sergeant M. Arrington. So that means, okay, so people were wondering why was he lying on his back? Because it was alleged that he got shot in the back of his head. So that would make sense. If he got shot in the front of his head, then he would have fallen backwards. That could be accurate. I just wonder, why was he facing the opposite direction? That's my whole question. Why was he? Because Quavo was running forward, and then Takeoff was like turned the other way. So I still don't understand that. Unless he spun around somehow, I don't know. I still don't understand how that took place. Affiant learned from Sergeant M. Arrington and Detective A. Farrell that all involved parties and most eyewitnesses had fled the scene prior to the arrival of police. Sergeant M. Arrington and Detective Farrell related to us that they had spoken with staff from the bowling alley, including employee C. Williamson, who advised them of the following. On the previous night, October 31st, a private party hosted by Jay Prince, later identified as local music producer Jay Prince Jr., had been held at the bowling alley that was attended by approximately 40 to 50 people. At around 1 a.m., the staff attempted to close the establishment at their regular closing time, but had difficulty getting everyone outside. I wonder, did they even have security at the bowling alley, or should they have called the police? Because if it was a large crowd gathered there, and it sounded like they were being a little rowdy. I don't know. But I mean, if shots rang out, come on now, you could imagine the type of people that were there. Why didn't they call the police at that point? Eventually, around 2 a.m., most people went out. It says most people, not all, but most people went outside in front of the bowling alley, and a large group of people congregated near the front doors of the business. Now, most of places like this, will say no loitering, no soliciting. So even if you go outside of the establishment, if you're still on their property, they will still ask you to leave. I don't know why this was not done in this particular case. A disturbance ensued and gunfire erupted among the group. The victim was struck and killed on the scene. The affiant found that 940 caliber shell casings were recovered from the scene. Affiant had learned from Sergeant M. Arrington and Detective A. Farrell that 840 caliber shell casings were found in the immediate vicinity of the shooting scene, and blood trails were discovered in multiple directions. Listen to this. Blood trails were found in multiple directions. Sergeant Burrow was present on scene when a 940 caliber shell casing was recovered. Sergeant M. Arrington and Detective A. Farrell also advised that a fired 9mm shell casing was also found at the scene, but further away from the body than the 40 caliber casings. Patrol officers advised us that 2 other people from the party had been wounded and transported to area hospitals. My question, okay, so they're about to go into that next. Okay, affiant went to Memorial Hermann Hospital to check on one of the other gunshot victims, a 24-year-old female, and ended up speaking to 2 females who had been present when the shooting occurred. Witnesses J. Jones and A. Hamilton reported to affiant the following as summarized by your affiant. So they're telling you because there were witnesses on the scene. So this is what they're saying. The complainant Takeoff, his fellow group member Quavo, and local producer Jay Prince had all been present at the party, and that there had been a lucrative game of dice previously going on inside the bowling alley where someone had lost a large amount of money. So they were illegally gambling inside of the bowling alley. Somebody was allowing this to take place. So I'm wondering why no one contacted the police, or not unless these people got paid off to be able to gamble inside of the establishment. Did they not know what was going on at that point in time? An argument occurred between Quavo and several unidentified black men outside the club just before the shooting occurred. Investigators obtained video surveillance from the bowling alley and other area businesses. So now this tells us that there was surveillance outside of the bowling alley and in the bowling alley, and it says in other area businesses. So when they said there were no cameras present, they lied. And actually, we all saw the photo, and I'm going to show you that photo that's floating around that clearly shows surveillance cameras, which was parallel to where Quavo was found. Right across the way, you could see that there was surveillance camera that captured a lot of what took place. Okay. Um, let's continue. We also received multiple cell phone videos capturing various angles and portions of the event. So that little bit of stuff they were showing us on, what's up, Solar God in the building? What's up, B Loquacious? Yeah, if y'all are moderators, can you please block these freaking bots in my channel? I don't even know why they're coming in here. Let me continue, you all. So yeah, like I was saying, reviewed all of the affirmation videos, which, okay, so what was I saying? So the video footage that we saw, which was basically doctored before it hit TMZ, or either TMZ doctored it, I don't know which one occurred first. I don't know how quickly they were able to do that, unless TMZ was trying to put together some type of narrative to feed the public and just, tantalize them with some information, because TMZ, as you know, is owned by the CIA. So we got to stop with the shenanigans and games. I'm pretty sure there's more footage that has been exposed. We just don't see it. Everybody on the YouTube is trying to put together a murder based on that, 10-second clip that we saw. But there was a lot more to the story that has taken place that is not being shared with the public, you all. All right, so the affiant reviewed all of the aforementioned videos, which individually capture different perspectives of events before, during, and after. Before, during, and after, you all. Listen to that. It's very important. The shooting. Review of the various videos revealed the following. There is a total of approximately 34 individuals standing in a group outside the bowling alley immediately before the shooting. The complainant's fellow group member, Quavius Marshall, aka Quavo, was arguing with a man later identified as Michael Prince, and 2 young black males. One small male wearing a yellow hoodie. We all remember him as Lil Cam, Fifth, okay? Cameron, Isaiah, Joshua, and Mike Prince was wearing the green army fatigue. Remember that? So we saw them later. Okay, so he was later identified as Cameron Joshua in a larger male wearing a white or light tan hooded sweatshirt. We remember him. He's known as Christopher Watkins. Video evidence obtained showed that Quavo and those two younger men had all been involved in a dice game inside the bowling alley. And Affiant's investigation indicated that they were arguing outside because the two young men had won money in the game. So they were basically antagonizing Quavo because they won money off of him. After an initial physical confrontation between the two groups, Joshua appears to be struck by an individual later identified as Willie Bland. Okay. Willie Bland, y'all, is who they're referring to as Migos bands. The one that we saw that was shooting, he's a part of the Migos. Okay. He was there, and I think he played. He is kind of like the security for Quavo and Takeoff, who investigation revealed was associated with Quavo. Two different males can be identified as firing weapons from different directions during the incident, one of which is Willie Bland. Okay, so let's continue forward. The affiant reviewed a lab report created by firearms examiner R. Hucano of the Houston Forensic Science Center, HFSC, which stated that all 9 of the 40 caliber casings had been fired from a single weapon and the 9mm casing from a different weapon. Now, when we go back and listen to that video footage, we can clearly hear that there are more than one weapon was being fired, because you could hear 2 different sounds of weapons that was transpiring at the time. I would even say it sounded to me like there could have been upward of 3 to 4 different firearms being fired, but that's just me speculating from what I could hear. But I could tell it was more than one gun firing. The video showed that a large black male identified as Willie Bland was one of the men firing a gun. We clearly could see that. However, the trajectory taken by any bullet fired from his location at the time of any given discharge was not consistent with the injury sustained to Kershnick Ball. So the people that kept saying that, oh, Migo bands accidentally shot Takeoff, doesn't seem like that's the case here, y'all, based on this. Kershnick Ball, given Ball's body positioning throughout the duration of the gunfire. My whole thing is, why would he shoot at Takeoff? You know what I'm saying? Why would he even risk firing in the direction of Takeoff if Takeoff was standing in the line of fire? He doesn't want to hit his own man, y'all. Okay, it says your affiant believes that the video evidence shows the following. We're almost done. We're on page 5 of 8, y'all. A black male later identified as Patrick Clark, date of birth August 4th, 1989. This is DJ Pat, y'all. Patrick Xavier Clark. This is the man that I said I didn't even see him there, but apparently he was there because I saw a picture of him at the scene, and they deliberately, seems like they left that out of the video footage when we saw the gunplay taking place. Whom Affiant had previously developed as a possible suspect, pulled a gun and fired multiple rounds in the direction of the complainant seconds before the complainant collapsed to the ground. The video does not show any other individual shooting a firearm or positioning their bodies to shoot a firearm. Arm raised and firing position from the same direction from which Clark was shooting. On the video, Clark can be seen discharging the firearm several times. Multiple muzzle flashes are visible. Clark then fled on foot around to the nearby House of Blues, where he was captured on closer video surveillance. So there were video surveillance cameras out there. I don't care what they're trying to say. This affidavit clearly shows you, or this search warrant clearly shows you and tells you that there were surveillance videos outside of the bowling alley. Okay. Clark then fled on foot. Okay. Clark then returned briefly to the bowling alley, where he was again captured on interior surveillance before fleeing the scene. So they said interior surveillance. So that means the cameras on the inside versus the cameras that were on the outside. And then they said he fled the area. Surveillance from inside the bowling alley showed that he was carrying a semi-automatic handgun when he went back inside. During the actual shooting, Clark was holding a wine bottle in one hand while he discharged the firearm with the other. I don't know who shoots like that, because when you're in real gunplay, Y'all, not that I've ever been in any gunplay, nor do I ever want to be. But you know, when you go to the gun range, they always say secure your weapon with both hands so that you can get a better shot. You can have better grip on the gun, better control of where you're firing the bullets. Any idiot knows that. So I don't know what type of shooting this was going on here. But if he had a wine bottle, I don't know. Maybe he was drunk. I don't know, y'all. We're just going by this freaking statement right here because I didn't get to see the footage, so I don't know. But I don't know who she. Okay, but anyway, keep going, y'all. Immediately after the shooting, Clark ran over by the House of Blues where he sat. He set the wine bottle down and never came back for it. So you mean to tell me that he set the wine bottle down with his fingerprints on it? Or was he did he have gloves on? Because wait a minute, he didn't have on gloves because they said that's how they found him by his fingerprints on the wine bottle. Y'all, who does that? Who does a shooting and sets their wine glass or wine bottle at the scene of the crime? Who does that? The aforementioned bottle was collected into evidence during the initial scene investigation, and Affiant made a request to have it processed for latent fingerprints. Later, Affiant received the lab report completed by HFSC latent print examiner H. Vu, which stated that a fingerprint matching that of Patrick Clark, date of birth 8/4/1989, had been left on the wine bottle. Additionally, Affiant has compared the high quality surveillance video recording from inside the bowling alley to a known picture of Patrick Clark and has confirmed that it is the same person. So, man, this is very shocking news, y'all, because this whole time I'm thinking that they got the wrong person, but it's pointing in the direction that he could have potentially been the person that fired the shot that unfortunately led to Kershnick Ball, aka Takeoff's untimely demise, you all. The Affiant and his partner interviewed Willie Bland, which is Migo Bands, who admitted to firing a weapon at the scene, though he said he did not know the caliber of the weapon. Bland's, and I'm going to show y'all too, because Quavo was actually riding with the Prince brothers in the car in a drop top, y'all. And I thought this was very weird and strange that he would be out there on scene, posted up on Instagram, dropping his location with a freaking gun in the front seat. I don't know what that was all about. It was just very eerie that night, y'all. Affiant and his partner interviewed Migo Bands and admitted to firing a weapon at the scene, though he said he did not know the caliber of the weapon. Bland stated that he was part of a traveling group, including Takeoff, Quavo, and several other individuals, and stated that they were visiting local music producer Jazz Prince, which included going to a basketball game at a local gym and then going to the party at the bowling alley. Bland stated that he had seen the two males we had identified as Joshua and Watkins. All right, Joshua is Lil Kim and Watkins is DJ Pat throughout the evening at both the basketball game and at the bowling alley, and that he had seen them with guns. Bland stated that he was watching them both when Quavo was arguing with them just before the shooting. And we saw that because that's when Migo Bands had his gun pulled out, drawn to the side. He was ready for action, y'all, because he was trying to protect Quavo and Takeoff. As I would want anybody to do if they were on my team. All right. And he definitely took action. So shout out to him. Bland stated that he was watching them both. Okay. And then he saw them with guns. All right. Then he said they were arguing just before the shooting, and Quavo turned and walked away. Yeah, we saw that on the video because Quavo said, let me go. He was like, let's get out of here before I end up hurting somebody. And that's when everything happened. He believed that Joshua, which is Lil Cam, said something and began pulling a gun. So he reached out and punched him. So he admitted that he was the one that punched Lil Cam. All right. So then it says Bland advised that he thought that the males were about to try to rob Quavo. Y'all, I think they were going to try to rob Quavo and Takeoff. I really believe that they were plotting on both Quavo and Takeoff. I think they were going to try to rob them. Bland stated that he then shoved the other male when he saw him coming toward him and heard gunfire erupt around him. Y'all, this sounds like a freaking setup. Bland stated that he believed it was probably Cameron Joshua, which is Lil Cam, shooting at him. So he began shooting at Cameron Joshua. Sometimes, y'all, you can hear gunfire going off, and you don't know what direction it's coming from. That can happen. I've been in the house and I've heard gunfire, and I couldn't determine or decipher what direction it was coming from. She said, "Oh, what's good, knowledge seeker? Shout out to you." To be loquacious said, "Girl, the hood don't follow the proper shooting rules." And TA Key Broke Squad said, "Hi, Auntie. What's good? What's good to y'all? How y'all doing out there?" Let's continue on, y'all. Afiant observed from his review of the video surveillance recordings described above that at the time the shooting appears to start, Joshua ran back inside the bowling alley and that he was armed with a handgun, but there is no video evidence showing him firing a gun. But now know that he was arrested for having a gun in his possession because he's a felon, y'all. And so we saw his court hearing the other day. He was supposed to have, I think, a bond hearing, but I don't think he's actually gotten out. All right. Afiant knows from his scene investigation that 3 gunshots were fired into the bowling alley. Afiant believes these bullets are consistent with having been fired by Willie Bland, aka Migo Bands, on his movements and position. In your affiant's opinion, these shots could not have caused the injuries to the deceased victim or the living victims due to the shooting angles. Now I want to know, where were the 2 people that was with the Migos camp? I think it was a young male and a young female around 24 years of age. How did they get shot? Why were they shot? That is the question. Was this supposed to be an assassination for the whole entire Migos? That's my question. Well, that's very strange. All right, let's keep going, y'all. All right. So, due to the shooting angles, position of the parties, and the complainant's injuries, in my opinion, the video evidence supports Bland's statement regarding his actions before, during, and after the shooting. We found additional surveillance video from the streets surrounding the Green Street Center and footage of the male later identified as Patrick Clark arriving in and leaving the scene in a gray Ford F-150 crew cab pickup truck, and we were able to determine from the video that the Texas license plate. I wonder, do y'all think they staged this or framed him, y'all? I'm just wondering. Do y'all think that this could be the case? I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Affiant researched this plate number through motor vehicle records and found that this vehicle is registered to Joseph Clark, aka DJ Pat, at the same address used by Patrick Clark. And Patrick Clark made 2 HPD incident reports in 2019 and 2020, in which he identified the truck as his vehicle, case 952-864-19, hit and run accident, and 1394283-20, burglary of a motor vehicle. So his vehicle was broken into and somebody did a hit and run with his vehicle. Affiant obtained cell phone records for Patrick Clark as he was seen on surveillance video actively using his cell phone. These phone records confirmed that his phone was present in the immediate vicinity of the scene and confirmed that the last number called by Patrick Clark before he arrived at the bowling alley and the first number he called after fleeing the scene in his vehicle belongs to a professional boxer. Ooh, y'all. Ding, 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 ding. Shakur Stevenson. Who remembers Shakur Stevenson, y'all? He was seen, pictured, standing there right beside Takeoff before all of this took place. Y'all, this is so messed up. So this is why they said they did not want DJ Pat to have any communication with Shakur Stevenson while he's locked away. Okay? Who is known to be present at the scene. This matches the surveillance video, which depicts Patrick Clark entering the bowling alley with the same individual, as well as leaving together afterwards. So he arrived with Shakur Stevenson and left after Shakur Stevenson. Y'all, I'm about to show y'all a picture. All right, let me just hurry up and get through this. We're on page 6 of 8, y'all. Man, this is messed up. This looked like a setup, y'all. Okay. Leaving together afterwards. That's effed up, man. So, did they ever call Shakur Stevenson in for questioning? Because he's a witness. Affiant reviewed 2 reports from the firearms section of Houston Forensic Science Center, which were both authored by R. Hucano, a firearms examiner. In said reports, Affiant observed that the examination of the ballistic materials recovered from the body of the complainant and submitted for testing revealed that the projectile recovered from the complainant's left arm was from the 40 caliber family, and that both gunshot wounds suffered by the complainant came from projectiles fired from the same firearm. As such, the complainant was not struck by projectiles fired by multiple firearms. So they're saying that two bullets struck him and they were both 40 caliber bullets. Based on the foregoing, specifically the path of the complainant's bullet wounds, the complainant's body positioning throughout the duration of the shooting, the location of Patrick Clark at the time he was discharging his firearm, and lack of any possible shooter in the vicinity of Patrick Clark, Affiant believes that Patrick Clark shot the complainant. You all, I believe there were more than two shooters, and I believe they're keeping other people out of this. But let's continue. And I think he's being placed as the scapegoat, but I could be wrong. Patrick Clark was arrested by members of the Houston Police Department with a valid probable cause arrest warrant on December 1st, 2022. Officers with the Houston Police Department Gang Division, gang, everybody want to be a part of the gang affiliation, included Officer J. Bravo and Officer J. Rivera, conducted a traffic stop on the vehicle Patrick Clark was driving, a gray Ford F-150 with Texas license plate KSY 0326. During his arrest, officers found that Patrick Clark was found to be in possession of a 45 caliber handgun in his waistband. Hold up. So I thought he was arrested at a Papa John's. Because remember, we just did the video the other day, and that's what they stated. So right here it says they conducted a traffic stop. So did he pull over at the Papa John's? How did that transpire? I want the location of where he was arrested, because we need to make sure all these facts are adding up, y'all, and that they're telling the truth. Okay. So let's continue. Clark was found to be in possession of a 45 caliber handgun in his waistband. Affiant knows that this is not the firearm used in the crime, as it is a different caliber than the fired evidence at the scene. Affiant knows from speaking with the officers involved in Patrick Clark's arrest that his gray Ford F-150 with Texas license plate KSY 0326 was later towed to a tow lot located at 1300 Dart Street. Okay, so that address is a tow yard. Affiant learned the circumstances of Patrick Clark's arrest from speaking with the officers directly involved in the arrest, as well as from reviewing their supplements to the offense report. Affiant attempted to speak with Patrick Clark, and he declined to make a statement. Officer J. Bravo, a peace officer employed by HPD and assigned to the gang division, informed Affiant that during Patrick Clark's subsequent processing at the Harris County Jail, he asked Officer Bravo what was going to have to, I guess they meant to say what was going to happen to his weapons, and then specified that he wanted to know what would happen to his guns. Officer Bravo told Affiant that he believed this meant that there were additional firearms inside Patrick Clark's vehicle. Affiant believes that Officer Bravo is a credible and reliable individual. Therefore, based on Patrick Clark's statements to Officer Bravo, and based on the fact that Patrick Clark used the same vehicle to flee from the murder scene, so they're trying to say that he fled from the scene, y'all. Affiant believes that within the gray Ford F-150, that law enforcement officials will likely find additional firearms or additional firearm evidence relevant to the murder of the complainant. So really, they're not even sure if this was the gun that shot Takeoff. They're saying that because he was seen firing a gun, the trajectory of how he was firing the gun, that is conclusive with some of how Takeoff could have been injured and succumbed to his untimely demise. So it's really not all the way factual yet. And they still have to find the gun that actually shot Takeoff. So I think that's very interesting to point out here. With all that being said, so basically, Affiant also believes that within the vehicle, law enforcement officials will likely find firearms and ballistic evidence such as fired cartridges, casings, bullets, bullet fragments, cellular phone devices, and electronic storage devices, including SIM cards, which constitutes evidence of murder. Wherefore, Affiant asked for issuance of a warrant that will authorize Affiant to seize the vehicle and to search it for the property described above and to seize the property if so found. You all, he was ordered to not talk to Mike Prince as well. Okay. And Mike Prince was involved in this, I think. I think. I'm going to tell you why I think that. Affiant requests authority from the court to transport, remove, or take any property or evidence seized pursuant to the warrant requested herein to any location deemed necessary for purposes of safekeeping and completion of any investigation or proceedings related to the activities described in the affidavit. All right, let's keep going, y'all. That's page 7 of 8. Filed December 6th. That is it. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. Oh, that is a lot. So that gives us some insight and clarity into some of what happened that night, y'all. If that is all correct, okay? Because we don't know. Let's see what y'all saying here in the chats. So we got Solar God in the building. What's good, Solar God? Thank you for joining today. All right, we got B Loquacious, aka Miss Sherelle, in the building. Thank you for joining us tonight. We got the bots in the chat. Okay, the bots don't like the fact that I'm up in here. We got Knowledge Seeker in the building. Shouts out to you, Mr. Knowledge Seeker. You said the 40 caliber BS and the 45. I know that's right. We got TAK Bro Squad in the building. What y'all doing up at this time of night listening in? And girl, the hood don't follow the proper shooting rules. They be watching too many movies, y'all. VS Plus, you said, okay, I was about to say, do you think they have enough evidence to convict anyone? That's what I don't think, that they may have enough. And I think they may have enough. I'm going to tell you what I mean. Y'all about to light the sage up in here. I think based off of what they're saying, they don't have enough based off of this. But if they really wanted to, they could have enough evidence. And I'm going to show you why in just a moment. So y'all, that was Exhibit A. Okay, that was some interesting information there. Now, there is a picture floating around. And this is why I think they have enough to convict someone if they wanted to. But see, they might play these little reindeer games. And let me see if I can find y'all what I'm looking for, because I saved all this stuff in my notepad. So we're going to go ahead and get it in here, y'all. All right. It's so much stuff. Okay, let me click on this link and this should pull it up here. It is so interesting that they had surveillance footage and still can't capture the person. That's my whole thing. Like, how do you have video surveillance footage and you still can't capture the person that did it? I don't understand. Okay, so that's not the photo that I wanted to show y'all. Let me keep going. I want to know, and then I'm gonna get back to this in a second, y'all. But I want y'all to see something here, because this is some interesting information. As you sit back and not jump to conclusions, okay? But there was somebody on a rooftop, and I want to know who captured this rooftop footage. Because who's on the rooftop at this time of night? So let me see if I can share my screen, y'all. And it's out there. It is. Let's see. Oh, that's not the one that I wanted. Let's here. Here we go. Let me copy and paste. Here we go, y'all. Oh boy. What's good, Tinka Tink? Hey. Hi. Who's being babyfied? What's good, Tink? We just trying to pull this up. Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen, y'all. What is it? Don't come in here messing with my stuff now. Here we go. So I want to know who was on the rooftop, y'all. Yes, who was on the rooftop? Y'all see this? Yeah, everybody can hear you. Let me make this a little bit bigger. All right. Now, this is after the shooting of Takeoff, y'all. Okay. This is after he was shot. And the way that we know this is because they're trying to cover up his body. See, his body was like right in that vicinity. You can kind of see him a little bit lying on the floor on the ground. But yes. So who recovered this footage? So I'm wondering because there was a speculation about snipers being on the rooftop, but if there were any people up there, why were they all the way up here? And who zoomed in on this footage? Was this from someone else's apartment complex, condo, balcony, hotel? Like, how did they get this footage, y'all? Somebody had to see something, or they heard gunshots and they started filming. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that took place that night. So it's a lot of things still unfolding. A lot of information is still coming out. I don't know if y'all could see that or not. I hope y'all could. So that's one thing I wanted to kind of point out right there. Then I wanted to also go to this footage of. All right, let me share my screen with y'all so you can see this. Okay, I think it's right here. Oh, Tink, Tink, come on, get down. Get down. All right. So what you're gonna see Mike Prince. Um, oh no, this wasn't the pic. Yeah, but this wasn't the picture. Right here, you can see Takeoff pictured right here from behind. It says last moment of late Migos rapper Takeoff before he was shot. You see all these people standing around. Now I don't know what she got on, but she don't even need that on because it looked like she don't even have anything under the skirt. Somebody else, somebody else. I mean, look at all these people. There's Mike Prince. There you see Takeoff. Let me stop sharing this, y'all, because that is I didn't realize that was in the picture. So let me take that picture down. There's also another picture. I'm going to show y'all quite a few pictures of Takeoff before his untimely demise. Because pictures, they say pictures speak 1,000 words. Oh, you can hear her. Yes, she being babyfied, y'all. She being babyfied for some reason. That's what she does. Sorry about that. She yeah, so let's continue forward because we got to see, what was taking place before everything transpired. All right, what is this one right here? Okay, let me share the screen with y'all for this one. Now, in this picture, you're going to see one of the Prince brothers. All right, so this guy right here, I think they said his name was Christopher Watkins. I believe that was him. I could be wrong. I don't want to misspeak on anyone. Right here in the army fatigue looking shirt, I think that's Mike Prince. Okay. That's one of the Prince brothers trying to assist Quavo as they're trying to remove Takeoff. Takeoff was lying on his back. He was lying backwards, you all. And Quavo was out there, and poor thing, he was just hollering, and he tried to lift him up, and then one of the women said, "Don't move him." She was like, "I'm a nurse." So he was very distraught. I just this guy was questionable because we saw him in the last video picking something up off of Takeoff. I don't know if it was money or something, but he definitely took something off of Takeoff and put it in his pocket. And that was definitely caught on camera. So don't say they didn't see it because it's on camera. And that video is still out there. A lot of these videos you can still find on Twitter, y'all. because YouTube definitely will block it. But yeah, so this, and I don't know who this is right here, what they're holding, what they're carrying, but somebody has on yellow and black, and they're looking over at what just happened, and they are all the way on the other side. Okay. So this tells you that some things were taking place right after he was shot, y'all. They're trying to help him. So I just wanted to point that out. Okay. And we're just going to keep moving along because there's some more pictures that I wanted to show y'all. The reason that I thought it was very interesting about the Shakur Stevenson situation is because a lot of people have been talking about it. I hadn't given it too much, thought. But then when you look and you actually see it for yourself, hold on one second, y'all. So here we have Shakur Stevenson. You can see he's pictured with Jay Prince Jr. with the big jaws, the big head, little body, very short, looks like a dwarf. That's him throwing up the mob ties, dressed in red like a devil. And that's Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is signed to I think they're under, they have Rap a Lot Records. That's their label. Well, he's signed to them. He boxes on behalf of this team right here. Yeah. So as you can see, they know one another. Okay. So he's tied in because he's throwing it up too. Okay. And they said that DJ Pat, the guy that was caught shooting in Takeoff's direction, was pictured leaving with Shakur Stevenson. And I don't even know if Shakur Stevenson has even been asked to provide a statement yet. They didn't even say if he was providing a statement. Let's keep going, y'all. Now, another picture that I thought was very interesting is this picture right here. As you can see, this picture shows, this is a picture they took. Hopefully you can see it. This was before takeoff. Hopefully I can see it. Let me see if you can see it. Oh, you can't. Let me share it on here. This is the picture that they took with Shakur Stevenson. Okay, before Takeoff got shot. Let's see. Here it is. Now, I want you to look at something that I find very interesting here. This is a photo of Takeoff. Okay. This also is a picture of Shakur Stevenson, and this is a picture of Quavo, all pictured together. Now, could anybody kind of tell me what they think about this photo? Because when I looked at the photo, let me see if I can expand it. I don't know if it will get bigger. When I looked at the photo, what I found interesting is I wanted you to see the look that Shakur Stevenson had on his face. Look at this look. Look at how he's looking. I don't know what this look is about. He has both hands to his side. Normally, when people take pictures, they'll put their hand around the other person a little bit. I don't know, but like his hands were down to his side. He didn't have his hand like on his shoulder. Sometimes people put their hand on the person's shoulder or like on the other side of the shoulder or, have their hands around each other like that. But none of that was going on. He has a very disgruntled, worried look on his face. I don't know why Quavo has been having these looks of these demeanors on his face lately. I don't understand it. He looks carefree, like he's in another zone, like Takeoff look like Takeoff usually looks like he's off in another world. Okay. Do it look like I was left off of Bad and Bougie? Huh? You know what I'm saying? There go Takeoff. So just look at the look on his face, y'all. Because a picture tells 1,000 words. And this was outside of the bowling alley. This was right before the situation transpired. I thought that was very interesting. I just wanted to share that. So yeah, I mean, just a lot of little intricate pieces of details, before this whole scenario played out. I thought was very interesting. So I just wanted to put that picture up there. Um, I don't know, but I just didn't like the look on his face. So I thought that was something to point out. Also, another thing that I saw that I wanted to go over is the fact of when Quavo was out riding in the car with Jay Prince Jr., y'all. Um, there's some footage of that as well. Okay. And let me see if I can find it because I got so many tabs pulled up here that it's not even funny. Because I really, really wanted to go in on this topic last night. I did not have it in me to do it. Okay, so we already talked about the rooftop scene. I'm gonna delete that. Okay, so let's do this. Let me go ahead and copy this and I'll share my screen and show you this. This right here, what I'm about to show you is going to be the moments before they arrived at the bowling alley, before they actually got on scene with what they were doing for the night. Because you're supposed to examine the footsteps of what happened before the situation, during the situation, and after the situation, in my personal opinion, because that paints a bigger picture. So I'm going to go ahead and share this so you can see it. You said, why did Quavo have on all that jewelry? I don't even know, man. Sometimes people got to stunt. They got to be on the scene stunting. So that could have been the reason why. And I'm going to show you here. Just look at
6-1. Yeah, we slide through the town, man. Slide through the town. How we get down? Got the birthday boy with me. Yeah, also. Yeah, we on the fifth. Yeah, the fifth ward. Like this motherfucker. Now I got one for you now. I got a 6-1. Yeah, we slide through the town, man. We slide through the town. How we get down? Got the birthday boy with me. Yeah, also. Yeah, we on the fifth. Yeah, the fifth ward.
so
Like this motherfucker. Now I got one for you now. I got.
now the reason I bring that up, you know why I bring this up? Because remember when we watched that interview, right? We watched the interview and they specifically asked Quavo and Takeoff about the security. I forgot which interview that was the other day, and he was talking about not sharing your location and Instagram and social media. So I wonder why, when he got in Houston, was he sharing his location and they're riding in a convertible, basically in a drop top, cruising downtown. And you don't know these people. You're not from Houston. You don't really know anybody out there. That's why you had to go check in. Why are you doing all of that? You know what I mean? That's what I did not understand. These are multi-millionaires, y'all. They said Quavo had a net worth of 26 million. Each of the Migos is worth about 25 to 30 million dollars a piece. So I didn't understand that. You said trying to be hard, trying to be gangster. Really? I mean, y'all, it's cool not to be gangster. Let's go ahead and make that a hashtag. It is cool not to be gangster. It is cool to be like street smart, but you don't have to try to fit in. You don't have to be in peer pressure. You don't have to be gangster just so you can fit in with other people, y'all. Because gangster doesn't get you anywhere. So I just wanted to share that because you don't have to try to prove stuff to everybody. You know what I mean? Like it's not necessary. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what that was about. When you become multi-millionaire status, like that's what's cool. That's what people want to be like that. They envy you. They look up to you. At one point, do you stop trying to keep it so hood, keep it G, keep it real, keep it gangster for everybody? Why do you have to prove yourself to everybody? I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy. And I got something that I want to play for y'all too. But I'm going to oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Great. So, I'm glad that I found this cuz this is exactly what I wanted to show you. I found it. Okay. So, let me share my screen cuz this is going to paint a different picture. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. A lot of people have not seen it. So that's why I'm presenting this information as I'm piecing it together right now. So, this is going to show you the events that transpired right before the shooting, y'all. I agree. You don't have to try to prove you all hard and tough. If you're not from there, you're not from there. Whew, y'all, man, we got to get over this. As melanated people, they got to stop with all of this nonsense. You are all in the speaker tank. Can you calm down? All right, so you can clearly see that this is a photograph, okay? And I'm hoping you can see it on my screen. Hopefully y'all can see this. I'm not playing a video, I'm just showing a screen. Okay? So what you see here is a photograph. And then this photograph, you see these, this is the one of the last photos of Takeoff before the shooting erupted. You see him right here? He's looking over here to his left side. He's like looking over here. This person right here, this is DJ Pat. This is the person they said was down this way, firing the gun back this way at Takeoff. Okay. And then also, you are also going to see pictured here with the black shirt on and the hat. This right here is Shakur Stevenson. Okay, so they said him and him left the scene after the shooting. They left together. This person in the white hoodie, this was Christopher Watkins. Okay, I think they said this is one of the people that Quavo was arguing with. And here's the yellow cam, yellow hoodie, little Cam Fifth. Okay, he's locked up. He's been picked up. Okay, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who this person is. I don't know who that person is. I don't know who that is, but he was surrounded by a team of sharks. Tell me how to, you know, full of vultures, okay? He was surrounded by vultures, okay? But you could see he's looking like he's paying attention now to what's going on. Still got a very calm demeanor, but y'all, this is so messed up and he had chains on too. So he's out here with Shakur, and Shakur Stevenson seems to be talking and listening into whatever they're talking about. Y'all, it's just really messed up how all of this went down. I still couldn't understand why Taker was out there by himself, surrounded by all these people like that. You know, they were outnumbered definitely. So I just wanted to point that out. And you all shout out because there are some guys by the name of Identical. It's a YouTube channel that got this photo right here. They're identical twins. You can follow their channel. It's called Identical, spelled with a K. There are twins out there, and they're reporting on the Takeoff situation. And he's the one that reported this first. As you can see, this is just a clip. This video is an hour and 17 minutes long and 46 seconds, right? They only sent this particular shot, a still image. So that means that there's other footage that's potentially still out there, but they sent this over to the twins. So you might want to follow their channel. I'll try to post their YouTube channel in the description box if I remember to do it after this video. But follow the twins because they've been doing a very thorough investigative job. I just checked out one of their videos yesterday. And they were the first ones with this footage. Someone actually sent this over to them. And as you can see, there's DJ Pat right there dressed in a black shirt. There he is dressed in a black shirt. Excuse me. I don't know who a lot of these other guys are, but we do know that's Lil Cam and this is Christopher Watkins. I want to also point out it's hard to see it in this particular view. This right here is a surveillance video camera, y'all. That's why I pulled this up. Because although I know they tried to say that there was no surveillance cameras out there, excuse me, I got the hiccups. There definitely was the surveillance video right here. So they lied, okay? Now, I did see that people went to the scene after Takeoff was shot, and there was no video surveillance footage. There were no video cameras out there that we could see. But this shows us that when he was shot, there was surveillance footage. So that affidavit, that search warrant told us that surveillance footage was there outside and inside the bowling alley. They tried to tell us there was not. But that footage, this video shows, and this still photo does show that there was surveillance cameras, y'all. All right. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm going to click off of that because it's a lot of things that have been missing from this narrative that they don't want us to know about, y'all. And I think it's messed up. I think there are some things that are being covered up in this situation. Um, what else did I want to show y'all? I wanted to Well, we already saw Lil Cam in court. Well, I didn't play it on my video, but he was in court. Um, it's a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. Y'all, and I want y'all to hear something too, because unfortunately, and I don't want to take credit for someone else's work, but there's evidence that there's been a cover up in the Takeoff investigation. I'm gonna try to play it for y'all if I can. And I don't know if the audio will play through, but I'm gonna play it in the background. Y'all let me know if y'all will be able to hear this footage in the background. Okay. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Now, what I'm going to play you is the fact that the chief officer, his name is Chief Finner, he actually has ties to the Prince family, okay? So the Prince family has ties into the HPD, Houston Police Department, and you're going to hear that in a second. Let me see if I can play it. Okay, so this is not it. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. And not only that, but also his wife knows that he's been working with the Prince family, y'all. And there's actual footage of that. Hold on. I don't know if it's on this video or a different video clip, y'all, but I'll pull it up for you in just a second. Okay, his name is Chief Troy Finner. That's his name, Troy Finner. Okay, let me click on this right here. And I'll play this. Just a small clip. I'm not going to play the whole thing because, like I said, this is someone else's YouTube channel, but it's very interesting when they actually found out that Chief Troy Finner is also heavily tied to mob ties. And I had already heard that anyway, that the mob ties is in the pockets of the Houston Police Department. So some of that is another reason why things are being left out and covered up. That's probably why they didn't want us to know that there was surveillance footage outside of the bowling alley, y'all. All right, so let me see if I can find the information. All right, let's see. It might not be on this one. Let me keep going and I'll keep looking, y'all. Yeah, but there's a lot of cover up going on as well. So if this can happen with Takeoff, this can happen with anybody. Okay. Let's keep going. Check out. Let me see, where can I find this information? Yeah, it's just a hot mess, the things that go on behind the scenes. This is why our system is so corrupt. This is why so many families do not get justice for their family members, because you have crooked police departments as such. And this is happening on a global scale. This is just not here in America. This is going on everywhere. And until we really hold these people accountable for what they're doing, they will continue to get away with this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share this clip. I did find the clip that I wanted to play for y'all. And I'm just going to play a very small portion of it because I do not want to be sharing someone else's content, because I don't know how these people are. But y'all can definitely check this out for yourselves, and I will post the links below in the description box so y'all can check this out yourself and listen to it yourself. Do your own research, y'all. But this is going to give you some insight and clarity into how the chief of the police has been underhandedly scheming with the Prince family, y'all. Okay. Let me see. Let me try to play this. Hold on. All right. So this is actually the Chief Finner's wife. They're going through a divorce right now, you all. Okay. And she knows that he has had ties and he does have a relationship with the Prince family because she admitted it live on air, you all. So I hope you all can hear this. Let me know if y'all can hear this. trying to be hard and gangster. Let me say, you said, I think this was a setup, and no matter what he had different that night, like even trying to leave early, something still would have happened. I think so too. I really do. Um, so yeah, let y'all hear this footage. I mean this audio. Okay, this is I mean not detective, Chief Troy Finner's wife. Okay, so listen to what she's saying. I'm gonna try to turn it up because it's hard to hear. Okay. So basically he's telling the wife that, hey, we have indication that your husband, Troy Finner, Chief Troy Finner, is working with Mike Prince. And she said, oh my God, right? Now they are going through a divorce because I pulled up some information in the past where back in July of this year, I believe, or last year, I can't remember which year it was, they had some type of domestic dispute where police were called to the scene at the residence. All right, let's get past some of this. Hold on. So she knows that he's involved in some secret affairs. Okay. I'm not trying to play the whole thing. I'm just trying to play the part where she admits to it, y'all. Hold on 1 second. So they're all tied into this together, y'all. All right. So I don't know if y'all can still hear it or not. Oh, you can't hear it? You can't hear it? Okay. My apologies. So what I'll do is I'll pull it up another way because YouTube will block some of the sound. So I'll do this another way so you can hear it. All right. So let me know if you can hear it now. Sorry, it's commercial, y'all. Hold on 1 second. You're going to hear it in just a moment. All right, here you go.
Provocateur, your job is to come and cause trouble on my channel and to kill the people on my channel and to send the IRS to set them up. Remember that. And just because you did that, let me call your cousin back. Let me call her back. Where is that number? Right here. Here you go. Who's this? This is the mayor's nephew. They told me to call you because we really need to talk. We found out that Chief Finner is working with Jay Prince, and that's the reason. Oh my God. Yes, and so I really need to talk to you, ma'am, because it's very important that I speak to you about this situation. The mayor told me to call you. First of all, I am married to him still. We're not divorced. Okay. And I need to know who I'm talking to first of all, because I just don't talk to nobody. I mean, and who had you to call me? Okay, so I talked to the mayor on yesterday. The mayor told me to contact the chief or contact his wife about this. Now, I did talk to the chief, and he does acknowledge that he knows Michael Prince and that he wanted Michael Prince to go make a statement because Michael Prince is one of the shooters. Now, exactly. Now, the why?
Okay, let's stop right there. Okay, let's stop right there. Did you hear when he said that Mike Prince is one of the shooters and we need him to make a statement? And she said, exactly. Did you hear that, right? Yet and still, Mike Prince has not given a statement. Mike Prince hasn't been down there. He hasn't been questioned. He hasn't been examined. If anything, it was on the paperwork that DJ Pat was to stay away from Shakur Stevenson and stay away from Mike Prince. Now, I don't have that paperwork in front of me right now, but it was said that DJ Pat was seen leaving the scene with Shakur Stevenson. Okay. So that's why I said when I listened to that video footage, it sounded like it was more than just two guns. It's to me sounded like at least 3 to 4 guns being fired. It could have been just three. I know it was more than one. So where were the other guns and where are the other bullets? You know what I'm saying? So something's being covered up, y'all. This is the chief's wife that's on the phone. So the HPD Chief Troy Finner, that's ahead of this investigation, this is his wife talking, and they're going through a divorce.
What I want to know is, by him talking to Michael Prince, we know that he's involved. Like, we don't want this to get out to the public. We don't want the public to
all right, and that is a conflict of interest, y'all.
Know that he's involved with Jay Prince. But we need to know how to push this under the rug.
Okay. Can you do me a favor?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you have Sylvester to call me, please?
Yeah, I can have Sylvester call you. I can have him call you. He just went to a meeting. But yes, I can have him call you. Now, let me ask you this, because I just got off the phone. I did call the chief, too. I did talk with him, and he acknowledges that he did have a plan with Jay Prince, but it's not going to work. They know that they were involved with the murder Takeoff. They already know that the chief was involved. And it's crazy because if the chief wouldn't have called
let me ask you this here. First of all, I don't want to cut you off because I don't really know. Who are you, first of all? That's why I'm not being rude. I'm just asking because, I try to keep myself protected and my kids and my son and everybody. I just want to know who are you. That's what I want to know.
I'm one of the main private investigators that works for Sylvester. I make sure things go away. I'm trying to make this.
No. I'm asking, what is your name?
I really can't give that out to you, but I can tell you that I'm very close to Sylvester, and so close that he gave me your cell number.
He gave you my cell number?
Yes, because I have to make this go away. Now I'm trying to protect you.
Okay, I need to listen. I'm okay. First, go ahead and tell me what you know, and tell me what it is that you're asking me, and we're gonna go from there. But I do need you before I can go any further. I need.
So, y'all, that's that, okay? Now, it's just interesting. But anyway, we do have indication that the chief, or not just the chief, HPD has been said to be involved with mob ties. And if you go to Identical's channel, the one that captured that screenshot that I showed you in the last screen that I showed you with all the people standing around Takeoff, the person sent that photo to them allegedly because they do not trust the Houston Police Department, y'all. They allegedly do not trust the Houston Police Department because they do not trust certain people in that Houston Police Department for whatever reason. So they sent that footage over to, the YouTubers or whatever. And sometimes, police officers can get rid of evidence that they don't want reaching out to the public. So I'm just going to say that y'all can do your further research. I will put, the links in the description box if y'all want to listen to any more of the footage, y'all. And so you can hear it for yourselves. But I think that's kind of interesting. And there was something else that I wanted to play for you as well. Very briefly, I'm going to play this.
Okay, let me call his ass back.
Okay, now this right here is allegedly the chief of the police. This is Chief Troy Finner himself.
EAD
has been forwarded to an automated.
What's going on? The chief, the mayor told me to call you, chief.
Hey man, look, let me tell you something. I got it, but I'm in a hearing, so
you gotta get me out. Why is my name? Answer it.
Okay, so he's calling him.
Hello.
Hey, chief, what's up, chief? What you doing?
Who is this?
This is Mike Prince, man. What's really going on? The chief, the mayor told me to call you, chief.
Hey man, look, let me tell you something. I got it, but I'm in a hearing, so
you gotta get me out. Why is my name in the paperwork, chief? You gotta get me out.
Hey, you can't just call me like this.
But you gotta get me out, chief. Chief, they gonna put me in jail, chief. Please, chief, help me out.
Give me a little bit to call you back, okay? I'm in a hearing, okay?
You better call me back, chief. I don't want to go to jail. All right, thank you, chief. Call me right back.
Yeah. Okay. So he was pretending to be Mike Prince. Now, I don't know how, if that's the case, the chief did not pick up on the voice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check, what's his name? Troy Finner. I'm going to check to see if that voice matches Troy Finner's voice, to see if this is accurate. Okay. So just a minute. Yeah, I'm going to play a video because Troy Finner did a press release where there was a disturbance at his family residence about 5 months ago. And he said it was due to COVID reasons why they had a disturbance at his house, which I thought that was kind of strange my own self, because why would the police need to be called over a COVID test? I think somebody was covering something up. But nonetheless, let's listen to the voice to see if it matches. Okay, does it sound like that matches? Can y'all hear the voice? Does that sound like a voice that matches the Troy Finner's voice, y'all? Let me know what y'all think, because I'm trying to see, does that voice sound like it matches? B-Loquacious, does it sound like it matches? All right, I'm going to play it again.
So look, just a lot of inquiries from the different media. I'm private when it comes to family, but I'm also transparent as a chief. I want to say everything that was put in the statement concerning the incident at my residence is true and factual. I respect the media here, but after today, I'm not going to go into it anymore because it's nothing.
I don't know. The voice kind of sound like it matches to me, y'all. So I don't know. It sounds like a match to me. You thinking about it? It could be a similar match. You don't know?
To uncover. But I do need to be clear in this. I never entered my residence. There was not an argument. There was no physical contact.
You said maybe. Let me play the other one again.
Yo!
Hey, that's the.
Hello.
Hey, chief, what's up, chief? What you doing?
Who is this?
This is Mike Prince, man. What's really going on? The chief, the mayor told me to call you, chief.
Hey man, look, let me tell you something. I got it, but I'm in a hearing, so
you gotta get me out. Why?
Okay, so I'm trying to see if this voice matches the chief.
There was no violation of departmental policy.
It's possible, y'all. It's possible. So just doing a quick voice check, because you gotta just see how how it compares, and contrast there. So let's move along. We're gonna look at some other information here that people may not have been privy to. So I was doing some research, y'all, and I found it interesting. I don't know if people heard about this or not, but Takeoff, unfortunately, was dealing with some legal trouble not too long before he passed away, y'all. And this had to do with a Jane Doe, okay? So I dug a little bit deeper into the matter to see what this was all about, because I wanted to know who took Takeoff to court and why. And so I found out some very interesting information, y'all. All right. And I'm going to pull that up for you as well. It's very interesting what people go through when they're in this industry, y'all. You're about to find out. Let's see. Here it is. Okay, let me read this to y'all. This happened a little while ago with Takeoff. He said it sounds like him. It does sound like him. It does. It does. It really does. And it's been a long, ongoing situation where people said that they are already tied into the mob ties at the Houston Police Department, y'all. So that we know that does happen. All right. Here we have a Superior Court of the State of California for the County of Los Angeles. We have Jane Doe. So they're keeping this individual's identity concealed versus Kershnik Kari Ball, aka Takeoff. All right. This was August 5th, 2020. And they are basically um, going after him for sexual battery, battery, assault, false imprisonment, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress, gender violation, Ralph Civil Rights Act violation, interference with civil rights. They demanded for a jury trial, August 5th, 2020, y'all. And here's how the story goes. It says plaintiff Jane Doe, okay, an individual in her complaint against defendant Kershnik Kari Ball, aka Takeoff. Um, all right, and John Doe's 1 through 25, inclusive complaints and alleges as follows. Preliminary statement. This action arises out of unlawful physical and forceful rape of plaintiff by defendant Takeoff at or around 2 a.m. on June 23rd, 2020 in Los Angeles, California. The parties. It says plaintiff is in all and at all relevant times mentioned herein as an individual residing in the county of Los Angeles within the state of California. The plaintiff is an adult female suing under a pseudonym to protect her privacy because it involves sexual misconduct by defendant Takeoff. Upon information and belief, defendant Takeoff is, and at all relevant times mentioned herein, was an individual doing substantial business in the county of Los Angeles within the state of California and caused injuries and damage to plaintiff in the county of Los Angeles of California. All right. So it says the defendant Takeoff is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter. Defendant Takeoff is best known as a member of the hip hop and trap music trio Migos. The true names, identities, and capacities, whether individual, associate, corporate, or otherwise, of defendant Doe's 1 to 25 inclusive, are unknown to plaintiff, who therefore sues these defendants by such fictitious names pursuant to Code of Civil Procedure. When the true name and capacities of such fictitiously designated defendants are ascertained, plaintiff will amend this complaint to insert their true names, identities, and capacities together with the proper charging allegations. Let's just get down to the nitty-gritty, okay? This is what they alleged happened. On June 22nd, 2020, at approximately 7 p.m., plaintiff arrived at 4533 Estrando Drive, Los Angeles, California, 91436. So I did the due diligence of pulling up that address, you all. It seems to be like a very highly affluent Airbnb that can be rented out. The plaintiff was invited by Daryl McPherson. I also looked him up. He is referred to as Darrell. Loud music was playing and several individuals were present. Defendant Takeoff arrived some time later. During this time, plaintiff saw a handgun sitting on a table. So, okay, so when she arrived and she saw the handgun sitting on the table, she could have left at that time. Is that or not correct? All right, is that correct or not? I would say yes, she could have left. Several times throughout the evening, plaintiff noticed defendant Takeoff staring at her, which made the plaintiff extremely uncomfortable. Later that evening, so if she got there at 7, it gets dark at around what, 8:30, 9 o'clock, especially if they're on the East Coast. The West Coast. So that gives her about 2 hours of daylight. Okay, so this was a late night, late evening situation, right? Late evening rendezvous, I would say. She sees a handgun sitting on the table. She was already invited by a music person, okay? Because Daryl McPherson is actually the He does like the music for the Migos, basically. He's like a sound engineer or something like that. So she basically had to have some type of connections to be even invited to something like this. All right. She was not the only one there, y'all. So she notices a handgun sitting on the table. She decides to stay. She sees Takeoff staring at her. She decides to stay. All right. Later that evening, she said the defendant Takeoff began talking to the plaintiff and offered her marijuana. So that probably was something she was not she's not foreign to this. She knows what goes on at these parties, right? Plaintiff felt uncomfortable and left the conversation. She could have left the party. Plaintiff approached Darrell and informed him she no longer desired to engage in any sort of intimate relationship with defendant Takeoff. So was this some type of arrangement when she was supposed to be there and show up for this, or what? Because the details are sketchy to me. All right, let's continue. And that defendant Takeoff made her uncomfortable. Darrell offered to take plaintiff upstairs to Darrell's room. So she decided, instead of leaving, she is going to go upstairs to a room. While plaintiff and Darrell were walking upstairs together, they encountered defendant Takeoff, who was coming down the same staircase. Defendant Takeoff became irate. So he's going to become irate with his person that he does music with, that does the music for their group. All right. And an argument between the two ensued. Fearful and uncomfortable with the situation, plaintiff continued upstairs alone. So she was fearful. So instead of her leaving, she decides to go upstairs and entrap herself upstairs into a bedroom while defendant Takeoff continued to argue with Darrell. Plaintiff entered Darrell's bedroom and laid on the bed, y'all. Did she lock the door? Did she close the door? Says she went in the room and laid on the bed. I already take issue with this story already. Sounds fake. I'm sorry. Let me see what you were saying here. Sounds like I'm in the height of C19, though. Yep. Yeah, they got into an argument about C19. Why are they using the stage name on his paperwork? That's what I want to know. This sounds fake. You could Google the real name. Let's continue. I thought it was real sketchy too, but yeah, this was a court document, y'all. It says shortly thereafter, the door of the bedroom opened. So she never locked the door. She never tried to leave. She continues to stay. She lies on the bed. So why are you lying down on a bed at a place that you don't even know anything about? You sound real comfortable being there. So then Takeoff comes in. He walked in. Defendant Takeoff began touching the plaintiff's buttocks. Plaintiff clearly and unequivocally refused defendant Takeoff's advances and stated to defendant Takeoff that she did not want to have sex with him. Now, let me ask, did she scream? Did she yell? Did she fight? Was she putting up any type of evasive efforts and action? Was she punching, scratching, biting? All the things that females do when they feel like they're being assaulted or attacked. You know what I mean? Notwithstanding plaintiff's express refusal, defendant Takeoff grabbed plaintiff, flipped her face down, and pulled down her clothing, y'all. So then he proceeded to forcefully have intercourse with plaintiff from behind without plaintiff's consent. After defendant Takeoff finished raping plaintiff, he immediately left the room. This sounds very weird. After recovering from the initial shock of what had transpired, plaintiff promptly walked out of the room and immediately left. Now, did she ever stop to tell the person that invited her there what just transpired? Did she come there by herself? Usually, I think females show up in like groups of 2 or 3. You know, they don't just show up somewhere by themselves. That's why this sounds like it was already premeditated or arranged. And I think she showed up quite well knowing what was about to take place. I think this was already orchestrated and she knew what she came to get and she was already paid in advance. And she tried to capitalize off the situation. Takeoff did not invite her. This person was invited by Darrell, their music tech person. So Takeoff was there and this took place, allegedly, according to her. Plaintiff sought medical care at a nearby hospital that same day, where hospital staff, so it wasn't the same day because they just said she arrived there at 7 p.m. So this happened later in the evening, right? And then, so that means she sought medical care that night. Okay. Physical evidence of forceful rape and notified the Los Angeles Police Department of the same. So we don't have the medical documentation, so we don't know if this is true or not. Plaintiff realleges and incorporates by references all the above allegations as though set forth herein in full. So they're naming all the things that he did wrong. Okay. I don't have to reiterate any of this. As a direct and proximate result of defendant Takeoff's actions. Why did they name? I don't know why they're referring to him as Takeoff. His legal name is Karshnik Kari Ball. Actions pled herein, plaintiffs suffered and continues to suffer economic damages as well as severe emotional and physical harm, humiliation, distress, embarrassment, and anxiety as a result of defendant Takeoff's conduct in an amount greatly exceeding the jurisdictional minimum of this court and subject to proof at the time of trial. Okay, so this goes into battery. They tried to get him for assault, false imprisonment. How was she imprisoned? Because she did not try to leave, from what I saw. Let's keep going. Intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress, gender violence. I didn't know gender violence was a thing, y'all. And then violation of Ralph's civil rights. Okay, and I don't know what that is. Y'all can read some of this for yourselves. Interference with civil rights. Okay, and the list goes on. Prayer for relief and for the first cause of action. All of this goes on here. All right. So she was trying to get money. Okay. Um, Penalty in the sum of 25,000 pursuant to Civil Code 52B, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Demand for a jury trial. So what ended up happening is they wanted, you said sounds like Tupac accusations. Exactly. Did she go to the police or the hospital? That's what she claims. That's what she claims. So the way that all ended, y'all, is and actually let me show you where this happened at, allegedly. Okay. Let's look at this. Let's see here it is, right here on Google Maps. So as you can see, this is a highly fluent, prestigious location. All right. This is the area where this took place. All right. And I looked up the information on this address, you all. Can y'all see this? Share this tab instead. Hopefully you can see it. All right. This is what it looks like on the inside. Private, gated, and creatively inspired with voluminous scale. This cutting edge design is meticulously crafted for luxury living and entertainment. From the floor to ceiling walls of glass, the multiple roof and deck spaces, pool, spa. So this is the exact place. It was built in 1961. Available date 9/15/2022. Lease term is for a year. So y'all, very prestigious, lavish location. Okay. So whomever this person was knew what type of environment she was coming into. Okay, let's stop with the games. How many bedrooms does this thing have? It sits on a 0.41 acre lot. It's a rental. So you see, you have to rent these places out. So this is the staircase. And apparently they got to arguing as she was going up the staircase and Takeoff was coming down. Remember, that was in the situation. So she was in one of these rooms up here, allegedly. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I don't know if people think that the lavish life is really worth it when you see all of the things that you have to go through. When you have a lot of money, you cannot be around a lot of low vibrational people. She went in one of these rooms and laid on the bed. For what reason? Late in the evening by herself. Who does that? Why don't you leave? Why don't you call a friend to come get you? Call an Uber. Call somebody to come pick you up. How did you get there? Did you drive there? Did you not have keys to get away? Could she not have contacted 911 or the police? Did she have a cell phone with her? So the story doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. I'm just showing you some of the prestige and the ambiance in this setting. Okay, she claimed that she was raped by Takeoff, y'all. All right. She went to this party because she was invited by this guy right here. I'm going to show you. This is DJ Durrell. This is an American record producer. This guy was the person that invited the Jane Doe. Okay. And the Jane Doe saw that when she got there was a party taking place of some sort. Okay. She had every right to leave if she wanted to leave. Why didn't she leave? I don't know why she did not leave. But see, he produced some of their hits. All right. He and Quavo are some of the executive producers on the Culture 2 album that was released in 2018. So you're not going to tell me that she did not know what was going on. Share this tab. Let's see how this whole situation turned out. So in the details, it says here that Jane Doe versus Kershnik Kari Ball. Jane Doe filed a personal injury lawsuit against Kershnik Kari Ball. This case was filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court. All right. And the judges that were overseeing is Huey P. Cotton, Virginia Keeney, and Audra Morey. The case is still pending. All right. Let's continue to go on here. You can clearly see that these are documents right here. All right. All of this is in connection with the court. Everything that was filed. Okay. So we can see here on 6/26 at 9:30 a.m. What took place. It says jury trial. Well, I guess it was scheduled for next year because this says June 26th of 2023. All of this is going into 2023, y'all. 10/17/2022. Informal conference of discovery. Then in January, I guess they were supposed to have a deposition at 8:30 a.m. That's what it looks like. March of next year, hearing on motion to compel further discovery responses. It looks like they were going to carry this over into next year. But whatever took place, I don't really think anything came about of that situation, y'all. Okay. Now I will show you. I don't know if y'all can see the screen right here. What's good? Got him. You in the building. Look, we were just talking about, let me turn my camera on. We were just talking about the Takeoff situation. I don't know if you heard about it, but Takeoff was facing rape charges before his untimely demise. You said, did she go to the hospital? Yes, she went to the hospital later that night. And so that's what we're talking about. Got him. Shouts out to you. Let me go back to sharing my screen, y'all, because it's amazing what things people have to go through when they gain any level of success. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that right, Tink Tink? Yeah, sad, right? So let's keep going here. Yes. She's a mess, y'all. You didn't hear about it? Oh, you're gonna have to rewind the video, got him. Yes. Wait, what is it? Okay. So yeah, I was just trying to go back and replay some of this for y'all. Let me share more of my screen. So the rape allegedly occurred at this spot right here. I'm going to show you where it happened. At this location right here. Here it is. A very highly prestigious location here, y'all. I mean, wouldn't you just wonder what it's like to be invited to one of these parties, to live lavishly like this? Y'all, this was just for the evening. So she came out there for the evening. Okay? And she alleges that she got raped by Takeoff. It's sad, y'all. It is so freaking sad. It is so sad. The lengths and measures of what people will go through. All right. All right, let me share this tab right here. Now, as you can see, the title says Migos rapper Takeoff accused of a rape in a lawsuit. Now, I think they kept it quite quiet, but it made national news. I didn't hear anything about it. I knew nothing about it. So they did a good job with the press not letting it get too far out there to the public because I had no idea he was going through this. And I'm trying to find the article that I let me see. Where's the article? Does it show? Okay, I think it's coming up here. Yeah, here it is. Here it is right here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So this was written August 7th of 2020, y'all. Says he was performing in Florida in February. Here we go. Shout out to Takeoff, aka Kershnik Kari Ball. Okay. For ever so graciously having the humility that he had. He was a very humble person from what I saw. Now, I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but he was accused of assaulting a woman during a Los Angeles house party in June. I don't think he would have to assault a woman, but so basically, she said that he assaulted her in a bedroom at a party. It happened. Okay, so she filed Wednesday. A woman identified as Jane Doe claims that Takeoff, whose real name is Kershnik Kari Ball, raped her at the party on June 23rd. She sought medical care at a hospital that same day, where hospital staff observed physical evidence of forceful rape, the lawsuit states. She also reported the assault to police officers who came to the hospital, according to Doe's lawyer. The Los Angeles Police Department confirmed to NBC News that there is a police report, but would not comment on the date the police report was filed or whether police talked to Doe at the hospital. The LAPD did, however, confirm that the department is investigating the allegation against the rapper. Takeoff's attorney, Drew Finling, categorically denied the accusations against his client in a statement. He also accused Doe's representative of not fulfilling their due diligence by speaking with relevant witnesses before launching the accusations against his client. So that's what I want to know because it said Jane Doe's 1 to 25. They were not the only ones present when this party was taking place. So why didn't they interview witnesses? What has become abundantly clear is that the allegations made against Takeoff are patently and probably false. Finding Finling said in the statement sent to NBC News, Takeoff is renowned for his artistic talent as well as his quiet, reserved, and peaceful personality. In this instance, those known personality traits have made him a target of an obvious exploitative money grab. As his counsel, we are well aware and well versed on the importance of civil and criminal prosecution of true sexual assaults. This is not one of those situations. The lawsuit states that at the party on June 23rd, the woman noticed Takeoff staring at her several times throughout the evening, which made her extremely uncomfortable. So instead of her leaving, she stayed. Takeoff allegedly approached Doe and offered her marijuana later in the night, but the woman continued to feel uncomfortable by his presence and extracted herself from the interaction. No, she went upstairs to the bedroom and laid on the bed. That's what she did. Doe told her the party's host, Daryl McPherson, which is one of the producers for the Migos, that she had no desire to engage in any sort of intimate relationship with Takeoff. Well, she should have also told that to Takeoff if she felt that way, and that she felt unsettled by her interaction with. Stop. Sorry, y'all. She's trying to bite. And McPherson offered to take. Will you stop? And McPherson offered to take Doe to his room per the lawsuit. While walking up the stairs, however, the two encountered Takeoff and McPherson, and the rapper got into get down, go, get down. McPherson and the rapper got into an argument. The lawsuit said McPherson, also known as DJ Durrell, is a producer and recording engineer and the official DJ of the Migos. Okay. Doe went to McPherson's room, which Takeoff entered shortly thereafter, listening to the suit. Takeoff allegedly began touching Doe. So we already read this right here. what was the end result? It doesn't really show that they had an end result. She does not want to be famous, nor is she using Takeoff celebrity status to further her career. That's what her lawyer states. She's willing and eager to cooperate with law enforcement, and we will support law enforcement in whatever way possible, Ramani said. My client will be happy if he was arrested, charged, and convicted and sentenced. Well, he was not. Okay. A spokesperson for the LAPD said the department could not comment on pending litigation or Ramani's comments about delays in the investigation. You know why? Because there was no real evidence, y'all. I think she was trying to get a money grab. That's what I think. Yes. Yes, got him. You said what? No, you didn't hear about it. Yeah, I didn't hear about it. I'm not surprised. These celebrities are a mess. And I don't know who the Jane Doe was. I don't even know who she was, but she sounds like a piece of trash, if you ask me. And she's going to sit up there and file a lawsuit. Oh my God. Can y'all see her? She's going to sit up here and file a lawsuit against Takeoff, and then she doesn't want to release her name. And then she's going to make all these allegations, but they don't interview any witnesses. It sounds like the whole thing was plotted. It was scammed. It was a setup. So y'all, when people keep saying that, you know, this is the lifestyle that everybody wants to live with, all this high profile success, will you stop? And money, how are you purring and you are biting me at the same time? What's wrong with you? So sometimes it's not all it's cracked up to be, y'all, because your success can be your untimely demise, as we have clearly seen with this Takeoff situation. Get your claw out of me. Y'all, it's just been a lot. You know, it's sorry, y'all, because she is doing too much. All right, let's continue on, y'all. I had no idea that Takeoff went through all of that either. It's very interesting. But people will come up. Do not jump up here. Do not. You want to get sprayed? Sorry, y'all. Goodness. She got some sharp claws. Yes, you said something is fishy. I definitely feel that something is fishy about that. And see, I don't know if that was part of the humiliation ritual that they make. Because, you know, a lot of these, I'm going to drop the link in case anybody wants to come up. A lot of these things that take place are humiliation rituals. You know, people have to do a lot. What's good, VETV? Nice to see you in the building. Thanks for, you know, coming up here saying hi. Oh, you want... She wants attention, y'all. I cannot. In case y'all want to come up and say hi, I did drop the link for anybody that wants to, you know, share their opinion about all of this, what I've just gone over. Please like this video. Please like it. Please share the video. Subscribe if you haven't, if you like my content, because we're going to be going in. I had a whole other line of topics I wanted to talk about tonight. It was not going to be just strictly on Takeoff, but it was so much information I wanted to get out about it because I didn't go live yesterday, but I didn't have the energy to talk about, and I still didn't touch on everything that I wanted to talk about. But I think I've covered enough, okay? Because the next one that I do, I'm probably going to come back on tomorrow, because we got to go in on this AI and this universal basic income that people are not privy to. People don't know. Y'all see this assault? She's trying to attack me on camera. I don't know what has gotten into her, y'all. I don't know what this is about. Look, I'm going to take a quick freaking commercial break. I'm going to go handle this. I'm going to go get my sage. I'm going to light, and I'm going to be right back in just a minute, okay? And I can't play the video that I normally play with the skating because YouTube keeps copyrighting my flagging, copywriting, whatever the thing is on that video. So I'm going to have to play something else. But I will be right back. Oh my God. I'm back, y'all. Leave it alone. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Something just fell. Leave it alone. Okay. Goodness. Y'all, who's doing a showing at 10 o'clock at night? Hold up. This is some real estate stuff, y'all. Sorry. But I cannot. I don't know who's doing a showing at. Oh, tomorrow at. Well, I'm not doing that. That's too far away. Okay, y'all. So we can get paid to do showings for people. And I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm going to light my sage because we're going to clear the energy up in here. We've been talking about Takeoff, talking about all this death. And, Tink Tink is in here acting a hot freaking mess. So let's go ahead and clear the energy. Let's clear the space. Because cats are supposed to be spiritual animals. Okay? Yeah, you smell this. She smells it. Sitting up there trying to look all innocent. Y'all saw her trying to attack me live on camera. All right? All right, let's clear the energy, y'all. This don't make no freaking sense. Get our Florida water going. Oh, there we go. YouTube. See, they acting up. They acting up. Okay. Spray the rose water, y'all. All right, and let's continue this. Let's continue this journey real quick. Y'all, before I head out, I'm gonna do something real quick for y'all. I'm gonna do an energy reading. Okay. Shouts out to me. I got my tarot deck here for those of y'all who want to stick around for that. And I don't know why this thing keeps acting up. Hold up. Let me see what's going on. I really think they're watching me. I think them people are watching me, y'all. Because nothing is disconnected. All my cables are intact. Y'all see this live. This is like the second time they've done this to me. And I think that they are tapping into my stuff, y'all. I seriously think so. Let me see if I can get this fixed. Let's see, man. This is some nonsense. I can't do my reading if they're going to do this. Hold on. I wanted y'all to see this in person. Oh, goodness here. All right, man. Somebody is messing with my stuff. I swear. How is this happening? Let's try it like this. It's still doing the same thing. I'm going to have to get me another cable. Because this should not be happening. They some haters. Okay, that's all right. I got plan B going here. We're gonna do this real quick. Let me tap into another. That's okay. I got plan B. Y'all wanna act dumb today? You know what I'm saying? I got bots watching. I don't know who else is watching me. Somebody is trying to sabotage the show, but we ain't going out like this, y'all. Watch how your girl is gonna bounce back in just a second, real quickly. Okay? Y'all see it for yourselves. I didn't do anything to anybody. Nothing to no one. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. Let me get my life together over here, y'all. Before we head up out of here. All right, let's turn this off. Let's move this. Disconnect that. And put this up. Just like that. All right. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Now, this should work. Yep. They thought they had messed me up, but no, they didn't. So anyway, as you can clearly see, we're back in the building. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a real quick reading right here. And I know y'all watching, so make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. And whoever's trying to tap into my equipment, it ain't gonna work. Okay, that's why I got plan A, B, C, and D. Tink a tink. Stop. All right. So, y'all, we're going to do a quick tarot reading before we head on out. Okay. All right, y'all. So, what do we have here before we close it out? We have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords came in upside down. Six of Swords is air energy. Air energy, y'all. We have Gemini, we have Aquarius, and we have Libra energy. Six of Swords is talking about abandonment. Okay. Now, because it came upside down, this would have been right side up. I would say that somebody feels like they have been abandoned or left out in the dark, but you're coming out of that energy. Okay. You are coming out of feeling like everything or everyone is against you, like you're on your own, you're by yourself, you don't have anyone around, you want someone to come save you. Clearly, you can see in this card that this man, okay, is basically saving them to safety. Looks like a woman and a child or whatever. They want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. A lot of these females don't want to be saved, y'all. Then we also have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, y'all, this is Earth energy. This is Virgo. This is Taurus. This is Capricorn energy. This is juggling opportunities. This is making a decision. You don't know which way you want to go in your situation. And so you're thinking about the opportunities that you have to face. Okay. That's what that is. Then right here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune came upside down. It is not right side up. What this means is that basically the universe has full control. So just get ready, because there are going to be some massive changes that are out of your control. It might not seem to be going your way, okay, but that you will come out of it. Okay, sometimes there are circumstances beyond your control. This is Wheel of Fortune energy, you all. And then the last overall thing that I pulled was the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, you all, this is fire energy. Fire energy is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. As you can see, he is on a horse. It's out of control, y'all. This knight is full of high energy. This is young energy. This is fire energy. This is very erratic energy, you all. So this is taking action. Why are you taking action? Because you felt like you have been abandoned, because you felt like you've been lost at sea. You feel like you need someone to come help save you. You're trying to come out of that energy. You have decisions to make. You're juggling many different opportunities, and obstacles are in your way. It's out of your control. You don't know which way things are going. And so you have this fire energy because you need to hurry up and take action for everything that's been going on in your life. Okay. So that is the overall reading for today. I hope you enjoyed that. LOL. Tink not playing. Tink got thrown to the ground. Got him. Okay. I don't know why she's acting up. I think because I'm not giving her any energy and any attention, because I'm doing something else. So usually, if y'all know how it is when you have pets, you know what I'm saying, especially cats and dogs, like they know when you're doing something, they want to come around you and try to get your attention, just like kids. Like when you're doing something, you're on the phone, that's when the children want to make all the noise. If you're trying to watch TV or listen to something, that's when they want to make all the noise, y'all. So that's what's just going on just now. Got them. I dropped a card. So, y'all, that has been an episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. This has been an episode of F Your Feelings Friday. Thank y'all so much for, reaching out to me today, joining with me today, listening in, taking part in the chat section, and just coming on and just rocking out with me. You said your dog does that? Your dog is cute. Got him. I forgot his name, but he is cute. What type of dog do you have? I don't even know what that is. He looks... it's a she. You have a girl dog. Yeah. Looks like a little toy. Yes, but y'all, pets really relieve stress, and pets are more loyal than people. We already know that. Pets help you heal faster. Pets helps the energy in the house. It breaks the dead energy. I'm going to get myself a crystal bell because I want to ding, ding, ding that bell and clear out the energy in the house. You all be careful of what entities and spirits you allow inside of your house. Not everybody was meant to be in your presence, meant to come within your threshold, meant to come within your vicinity of your throne, okay? Because your home is your throne. And when you reach even if you're not at a certain level in your life is very precious. You reach a certain status. Don't be hanging around these low vibrational frequencies that are just after you for financial gain. Because unfortunately, as we have seen in the demise of Takeoff, I think a lot of what he went through was because he had money, y'all. It's no secret. We got to do better as a people, y'all. It's just as simple as that. I do want to come back on here tomorrow because I want to get into AI, and I'm going to play a very quick video just so y'all can tap in to see what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. Tink said, "Welcome to Death Row." When you adopted her, honestly, got him. She was scared to come near me when she was little. Like, I started not to even adopt her. When I went to see her at the place, I had found her online, and I was looking at her for maybe 1 or 2 weeks. And I was like, I wonder if she's still available. So I said, I'm going to set up an appointment to go meet her. So you had to set up an appointment, and I went out there. And she was just this little tiny little thing. And she was real cute. But then I was like, oh, she's back up here. So then I noticed that she didn't have a tail. She has a tail, but as you can clearly see, she got half a tail, y'all. So I was like, I don't even know if I want that cat with that half a tail, because all the cats, no, stop it. Because all the cats that I've had have had full-fledged tails, right? This probably sounds so vain. And the woman was like, yeah, she was born that way. And I was like, oh. So, I stayed with her. I tried to bond with her. She really wasn't feeling me like that. So I was looking at the other animals and stuff. Then I saw Prancer. Back then, Prancer was a little tiny little thing. And they were playing together. And I saw their interaction. So I just made like a erratic decision on the spot. I was like, well, what if I get both of them? Because, they're always supposed to have a playmate, or animals will tear up your house. So I ended up having one carrier for one kitten, and I ended up leaving with 2 kittens. When I got them here, I saw how he was looking at me. Something in my spirit said, he's going to be something else. He's going to be a piece of work. I opened the cat carrier. They were too scared to even come out of the little carrier, y'all. That's how scared they were. So she wouldn't come near me. She would just come around me. But now, as you can clearly see, she's in my lap right now. She can't stay away from me. So like if I go in the room, she's at the room. If I go to the bathroom, she waits. Stop it. She waits at the bathroom for me. She follows me around the house. What is it? You're not getting attention? This is sad. She's too spoiled. You're going to get your claws clipped, and she's going to get a bath. And I'll record that, y'all, so you can see what that's going to look like. But yeah, so let me show you a quick stop. Let me show you a quick clip of what we're going to be talking about tomorrow, or the next time we come back on here, y'all. You better act right, Tink, or you going in the garage. All right, so let's see. Let me share my screen with y'all. I hate when I'm trying to share stuff and the freaking stuff is on the other tab. Oh, I hate this. Okay, let me go ahead and copy it, y'all. Copy. Because see, I use Safari and Chrome at the same time, and they show up on 2 different tabs. So that's what be throwing me off. You know why I like Safari? I like Safari because sometimes it's easier for me to use. Okay, let's see. Here we go. So this is one of the things I wanted to share with you all. This is congress.gov. Anybody can access this site. And it talks about the different HR. I think that stands for House of Representative. But it says 4342. This one is talking about the Income Pilot Program Act of 2021. Okay. And let's see here. This is to establish a pilot program providing certain individuals with a guaranteed monthly income to study the effect of a guaranteed monthly income on such individuals and for other purposes in the House of Representatives. This was July 1st, 2021. Okay. So basically, because it was very interesting information that I found out, which we kind of already know. But these are the findings, okay? It says too many Americans cannot achieve financial stability due to income volatility, the rising cost of living, wage stagnation, and a lack of affordable housing. So, as you know, like housing has gone up even with rents. Rentals have gone up upward of $200 to $300 a month. I've had a multitude of clients contacting me wanting to move out of their rentals because the rent has gone up and they said they cannot afford it. That's why my last clients bought a house in a quick hurry because they said they could not afford the rent anymore and they just rather buy a house. So shouts out to them. I got to get some holiday cards too and send it out to everybody. It says real wages have failed to keep pace with inflation, meaning the purchasing power of American households has not changed in the last 40 years. Income volatility, defined as an annual income fluctuation of 25% or more, impacts nearly half the United States population. 36% of American households indicate that they would face difficulty covering a $400 emergency expense with readily available cash or a checking account. There are significant disparities based on race and ethnicity. While only 38% of white households report difficulty meeting an unexpected $400 expense, the same is true or more than half of Black and Latinx households. I think they were trying to say the same is not true for more than half of Black and Latinx. I guess they meant Latino households. Full-time minimum wage earners cannot afford, on average, two-bedroom apartments anywhere in the United States. The changing nature of the economy, including the rise of the gig economy, unemployment risks posed by automation, and the fluctuating nature of wage labor, will result in increased income volatility and prohibit upward economic mobility. Okay. So they have implemented a guaranteed income pilot program. And for this, it's selecting participating eligible individuals. The secretary and blah, blah, blah will select 12,000 total eligible individuals for participation in the program. Okay. So I'll go through all of this later. What they're doing, okay, is they're going to give people money. All right. And I did see some articles on it. And basically, you have to qualify and you have to apply for it. But I've seen between $500 to $750 a month that they would give people to try to help them. It's called Universal Basic Income. And the reason also for this, you all, is because of the developing technology with AI that is being introduced into the a bunch of Quavo stuff is coming up. Let me close out of some of this stuff. A lot of the AI technology that's being introduced to the market, it's taking over people's jobs and it's taking over employment. So whereas you would have a person doing a lot of things for you, it's no longer going to be the way of manpower. It's actually going to be artificial intelligence that's going to be taking over, y'all. And sorry, here I did. Okay, so here in my notes, this is where I have, I'm going to just play this very quick clip. I might have to put some of this on my Patreon because I don't even know if YouTube is going to allow me to play some of this information. All right, let's bring this clip up real quick. All right, share this tab instead. Yeah, I know how funny YouTube is, so we'll try to play as much as we can. And I'm not going to play too much.
Organize your business all in one place for just $1 per month with Honey.
I hate these they so loud. Shut up. It's too loud. Look at what is going on here.
Hours away, and a humanoid robot has shocked officials.
All right, now
Here are the most impressive new robots and AIs, which I'll prove are real to avoid any doubt. Amica already uses AI for speech and will soon be walking around.
They won't even let me pause it, y'all. I was trying to pause the thing, but it's lagging. So as you can clearly see, this is not a bird. These are all robots. You see, they got the thing, it looks like it's in court or something like that. This is a humanoid. This is what they're trying to replace us with, y'all. You see this? That is not a bird. This is a robot.
To avoid any doubt.
And this is not a, look at her. You could tell her name is Synthesia. She's synthetic, okay? This is the way of what's about to happen. Even to report the news, they're using these things. Do y'all remember when this major thing occurred at the YouTube place back in California? I think this was like last year. I don't think that was a real person that did that stuff. It was like some type of fictitious looking person. I think it was one of these things. Y'all can check that out. I have to look it up later. But that thing that it did some type of violent thing at the YouTube place and it attacked some people. It was like an Asian looking person, but it didn't look real. I think it was one of these things. I don't know if y'all remember that, what I'm talking about. I'll have to pull that information up. But look, this is what they have.
Amica already uses AI for speech and will soon be walking.
I don't like the way they look. I don't want the things around me. I'm not having any interaction with them. If I have to be in person with them, I don't want to be around them. And I have that right. I don't want to be talked to by one of these things. It's like an iRobot type situation, a RoboCop thing. This thing needs to be shot and killed. That's how I feel about it. And they're probably the ones that's coming up in my chat section.
Around.
I have seen prototype legs in the engineered arts.
Just listen to it. I don't even like the voice. Let's keep going, y'all.
Harvesting apples and cleaning
Now, they are cleaning bathrooms. So they don't even need janitors anymore because look, even the janitor jobs are being controlled by robots. This is in China. This is what they have going on right here. Look at this nonsense.
bathrooms. This cheese-turning robot flips.
Y'all, the thing is mopping the bathroom floor in no time. Look at this. Look at this.
Body. This updated arms
Don't shake hands with this nonsense. I wouldn't touch the thing. What if he decided to rip the hand off? Then your hand is gone. I don't trust it.
Impressively dexterous with 36 electro-hydraulic valves and pressure sensors. They plan to deliver the upper body next year.
This is scary, y'all, because these things can actually decide to attack people if they wanted to.
I could see it moving fluidly like this guy's head.
Who wants to walk around something that looks like this?
Robots are carrying away badly parked cars in China.
Yeah, imagine you go outside for your car and thing is just carrying your car away. This is already taking place in China, y'all.
Harvesting apples.
Harvesting apples. Listen.
And cleaning bathrooms. This cheese-turning robot flips and brushes 5,000 wheels of cheese every week. And this drone with arms can work in hard-to-reach areas.
So see, they're showing you they don't need human beings anymore, y'all. They're just showing you. Look at this.
Robot birds are flying more naturally.
Why do we need robot birds? What is the reason, y'all, for robot birds?
This one tucks in its wings on the upstroke. And pet robots are becoming really popular.
This is too much. Why does anybody need a pet robot? I don't even know.
I love how these two interact.
No, that's not cute.
Really come alive when they can talk like Google's new AI. How can you tell the difference between dogs and trees?
Because dogs bark and trees.
I'm not talking to these things. No, I'm not.
Robots first started dancing and people.
This has gone too far. This is gone way too If I see one of these things out in the street dancing, it needs to be shot down.
Thought it was
hit it with a car. Hit it with a freaking. Y'all take something and throw. You know what? And these things have so much capabilities that they can probably detect danger from miles away, y'all. So it's hard to destroy them. Set them on fire. Throw a bomb. I don't care. But these things need to die. I don't want them around me.
I've posted full records in the description and it's been checked by an interesting expert with
That's not even cute. I don't
access
like
to my machine. Michael's research at Oxford suggests
I mean, do we have say so over this? I think we should, as real human living. Look at this. Look, who wants to talk to this robotic looking simulation of a humanoid? This is crazy. See, it says it means that people will always be afraid. Yeah, we are afraid. They're trying to take us over with robots. Look at this nonsense.
People will always be afraid of change, but change is inevitable and unstoppable.
Y'all,
What future
y'all better get y'all ammunition together, because I'm telling, if I see one of them things and they start breaking and entering into my, it's going down. It's going down. Y'all better get ready.
do you want? What is the good future? I think one where
Elon Musk with his weird looking self, I don't even think he's a real person. He looks strange. Okay. I don't even think he's real. That's how I feel about the situation. It's craziness. They're going to get citizenship and rights, probably call it a AI phobia. You know what? They got rights, and we as melanated people still don't have our rights. Yeah, but this is just a little bit of what's going to be going down tomorrow. I'm going to tap into that tomorrow. Y'all. I cannot. AI hate speech. We got to be careful, man. They trying to replace us. I know. It's not hate speech. It's the reality. This thing, this freaking electronic device that I don't want near me. And I have a right not to want the thing near me. Y'all, but like I said, this has been an episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up. I appreciate you all. Make sure y'all go back and catch the replay if you haven't. Make sure you like this video, share the video, subscribe. If you like the content, we're going to dive in deep tomorrow. We're going to be talking about AI and universal basic income. One of my great colleagues told me about this earlier this summer. She also is a realtor, but she also works as a retirement representative, and she drives a Tesla. She loves her Tesla. It's a self-driving vehicle, y'all, but I don't trust a robot driving me around, because like I always say, what if they want to drive us to a FEMA camp? F your feelings, okay? This is F your feelings Friday. F your feelings with this AI. I don't care if y'all don't like it. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? AI don't deserve to have feelings in this bitch, okay? Shoot. Trying to replace us. I'm irreplaceable. I don't know about y'all, but I am irreplaceable. You can never. You wish you could. You wish you could. Man, I need to make a freaking song. I was thinking about it earlier. It's called Pretty with No Makeup. Pretty with no makeup. Fine when I wake up. Haters, get your hate up. Y'all. Teslas have malfunctions. Exactly right. Because it's a computer. Humans make mistakes and devices have malfunctions. Exactly right. Got them. So just imagine what that's going to do to the auto insurance, right? They're going to say, oh, were you driving or was the vehicle driving itself? Because if it was an autopilot, you're still going to be held liable for the machinery and the equipment. You know how many lawsuits could go on because of that? So I don't want the car self-driving me anywhere. I just don't trust it. I'll take my chances. And they're supposed to be more accurate than human beings, but no, thank you. No, that's just how I feel. You know, that's just like, what if they have, we really don't know if we've gotten on an airplane and if the airplane was self-driving. What about that? But I did get to see the pilots when I was getting on there to the left. You know, when you first get on the plane, you get to see your pilot. When you get off, you get to see the pilots. But they might try to do that later. They might actually have us placed onto airplanes that are self-driving in the air. I don't trust that. I don't want to be in the air with a self-driving machine. It's too much, y'all. So anyway, join me tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, but I might post it in the community tab for all of you who are not getting my notifications. Make sure you hit the notification bell. We're going to go in on this AI technology, and I am going to open up the panel tomorrow in case anybody wants to share. If you want to send me any information, hit me up here in the comment section, or you can follow me on Instagram. It's brown.girls.r.beautiful. I do need to make a whole separate page just strictly for my YouTube and my podcast, but it's kind of tied in to my BGAB clothing page. Shout out to me. My heat press machine broke. I got to order another one, but I will be making some more stuff. And we'll be on here next time. And y'all, we got to play some games too. So be on the lookout for that so I can send out, some things for whoever wins the games or whoever takes place or whoever participates, you all. That's what I wanted to say. Y'all, I'm going to end it. We've been on here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's been a lot of information that has transpired. I hope you have gotten something out of all of this. And we'll be on tomorrow. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Y'all make sure y'all stay winning and continue to walk in y'all divinity. You know how we do. We're going to try to bring Mr. Royale back. Mr. Royale, I'm sorry. Got him. You missed Gary Roy. He was on the last episode. Check that video out. He is very animated. So I'll try to get him on here sometime in the future. All right, y'all. We about to sign on out of here. Shouts out to you all. And Tink Tink is behind me laying down, y'all. She has calmed down. Just in case y'all wanted to know. Whew. What's good, Veracity? Start this at the 4-minute mark. Okay. I'll see if I can do that. I will see if I can. You said, okay, have a good night. When y'all send me stuff, I cannot, for some reason, I can't get the link when y'all send it to me. I'll have to try to get it another type of way, Veracity, unfortunately. When y'all post it in here, I'm not able to grab the link off of here, just in case you didn't know that. You'll text it to me now? Okay. You can text it to me now. Text came through. All right. Now, how are we going to do this? Let me copy. Yeah, this is what I love about Apple devices, because when I put something in my notepad, guess what it does? It shows up on all devices in my notepad. So then it also shows up on my Mac Air. Yep, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This can be a good or bad thing. Okay? Because all my devices talk to one another. So, yeah, I know they be like, Apple is taking over. But y'all, buy into some Apple stocks, okay? Because Apple is winning over here with me. So all y'all Android users, you might want to get an Android and an iPhone at the same time. You can do some of the stuff that I be doing, you know what I mean? But all the Apple users, y'all know what I'm talking about. And the fact that their computers don't get bugs like the other computers do. You know how you have to keep replacing your computer ever so many years? These Macs, y'all, they be holding on for a long time. All right, let me, you said the 4-minute mark. Let me go here real quick to the 4-minute mark. 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Oh, what you about to show me? Is something they doing to our brains? You know what? These people sick. All right, let me go ahead and share this real quick before we roll out of here. America's Book of Secrets.
And it involves modifying the human brain by altering the human body's DNA.
So, okay, I want to talk about this a little bit, but this is why I said I was going to come back on here tomorrow so I can really go in on it. But the altering of the human brain, Elon Musk was in a video talking about mRNA, and that's messenger RNA. So when they had the COVID injections, that is what they were injecting into people. And I don't know if people are aware of that or not, but they're altering your DNA, y'all. So let's just listen into this. That's why they're pushing that so heavy and hard, because this is what they're doing. This has never been done before. And this is nanotechnology, you all, that they have injected into a lot of people who are unaware of it.
The future of mind control, and the future being right now, because these experiments are being done.
These experiments are being done already. He just said mind control. Sometimes people are not aware. They have sleeper cells. What are sleeper cells? These, when you hear about people being in the news and they went crazy and they shot up, this mass shooting took place, this is put into people's medication. This is done by the government. This is already projected that these people are going to have this adverse behavior. Okay. And then what do they always tell you? Oh, the person was psychotic. The person had this type of issue going on. They were taking these drugs. They were taking this medication. Yeah, they are basically experimenting on the public right? And innocent people are getting hurt behind this, and they do not care.
Is using gene editing tools. And one of them would be CRISPR. The way it works is take the CRISPR, which are these short alternating repeats of DNA. You put that together with an enzyme called Cas. And so you take the CRISPR that you want to use, and you put these pieces together that can be injected. And
Okay. He just said it can be injected. What were they pushing so heavy and hard for the last 2 years? COVID injections.
insert this DNA to certain areas of the brain.
All right. Now, you remember when they were doing the test on COVID and they took that long Q-tip looking thing and stick it way up your nose? Do you understand that nanoparticles were found? Living nanoparticles are being injected into the brain. I got to be real careful about what I talk about on here because they be listening and watching me. So, like I said, I do have a Patreon. If y'all want to look at my Patreon, sign up for that because some of this information I'm going to put on there for free, and some of it I will be having, privatized because YouTube does not want us sharing a lot of this information. I got to be real careful.
So that we can change brains.
Now, what you're seeing right here, you all, because I took psychology for all of those who like psychology, these are neurons. Neurons fire off synapses within the brain. The synapses look like little lightning flashes right here. There's no limit to how many of these synapses that you can have. Your brain never stops formulating these synapses connections. Okay, when you learn something new, more of these synapses connections start formulating in the brain, and we have millions upon millions of these in our brains.
Cells. And
so that's what you see when you see those things lighting up and triggering and firing off. Thank you, Veracity VETV, for sending that up here. We're going to go in tomorrow on some of that. Let it play out from the 4 minutes out. Yes, Elon Musk said he can turn you into a butterfly if they want your DNA. And this my lane. They are reconstructing DNA, and this is old. DARPA is getting busy. Yeah. So they are. I'm going to play it tomorrow, Veracity Exchange. So thank you for sending me that. We're going to get into it tomorrow because right now I'm going to close out, and I want to have a whole fresh start for all of this for tomorrow. That way, the people that are into this information, they can get a full, fresh view of it from the beginning, because I was talking about Takeoff for like the last 2 hours. So we're definitely going to go in tomorrow. So make sure y'all be here. I'm going to post in my community tabs. Y'all make sure y'all hit the notification, subscribe, like, share, and all of that. But I'm headed out. Thank you so much, Veracity VETV. And I'm going to open up the panel tomorrow so we can actually go in heavy and hard on some of that. Thank you. I appreciate the information. All right, y'all. We're going to be signing out. Thank you, Gotham. Shout out to y'all. All right. Let's see. What are we going to play, y'all, before we head on up out of here? Let's see. I gotta do better. All that stuff said welcome on it. Shout out to Miss Melanated Chicks. She wasn't up here today. But anyway, Miss Melanated, I just wanted to send a shout out to you. All right, y'all. Till next time, y'all stay winning, stay healthy, stay beautiful, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.